the state licensing exam. The formula is something that you very much need to know, not the math formulas, but the formula of what the exam looks like. So you've probably all hopefully seen this real estate licensing in North Carolina book. This is the book that outlines the whole process from start to finish of getting your license, starting with taking the pre-licensing class, ending with finalizing your application, and then taking the PSI exam and then getting your license issued. So when you go into this book, this is where the formula is located for what the composition of your test is going to be. So when you are preparing to take your state licensing exam, it is critically important to understand this formula. Do you need to know everything? Yes. If you only have a limited amount of time to focus on studying, if you only have so much time in a day, the thing that you have to understand is there are a couple sections that will kill you if you do not know what's on them. You've got to know certain big item sections like brokerage relationship laws and practice. Make up 10 questions on the national out of 80 and 11 questions on the state portion out of 40. Agency contracts, sales and related practices, 7 questions and 8 questions. And then I'll show you one more just to really kick things home. Real estate license law and commission rules. That is that relink book. This book is 140 pages. It is very hard to follow, but you've got to be able to follow along with the basic rules. We've taught you a lot of these in class, just in more layman's terms, as opposed to reading the actual rule. This is where things like LL Beans comes from. This is where things like misrepresentations and omissions of material facts come from. The composition of the real estate commission, so on and so forth, are pulled from this rule book. So when you go back and you're looking at this relink book, understand that 3 sections, real estate license law and commission rules, agency contract, sales and related practices, and then brokerage relationships, laws and practice. Those 3 sections alone basically comprise 75% of the North Carolina state licensing exam. You only have to make a 73 on the state North Carolina portion to pass. Ergo, you need to be experts on those 3 sections before you ever attempt to take the state licensing exam, because the state section is where people are failing more often than not. Most of you probably have taken the class using the Dearborn textbook, which is a fantastic textbook. We give you a lot of resources, but here's the other thing to understand. When we name these sections, the composition of what's going to be asked is not what's in the Dearborn textbook. It is based off of what's in the syllabus. So if we look at your educational syllabus for pre-licensing, you go down here to the table of contents, and we look at brokerage relationships, laws and practice, which is one of those highly testable sections. So now when you're looking at the syllabus, understand that you need to know the things that it's listing here. This syllabus is put out by the Real Estate Commission. This has supplemental notes. It has hyperlinks on it. So as you're looking here, right, you may get a test question that says, what are the laws and regulations that outline how a broker works? If you had a test question like that, it may give you choices like the common law of agency, contract law, license on commission rules, or D, all the above. And it would be all of the above. The syllabus is the meat and potatoes, right? When it says this section, anything that's in this section of the syllabus could be in that section on the test, like difference between universal agent, general agent, special agent, difference between a listing contract, buyer agency contract, dual agency contract, et cetera, right? Very, very important to make sure you put eyes on the individual sections, how they correlate with that composition, and use that for studying. Do you need to know as much about everything as you can? Sure. Because if you don't know all the sections, it's going to screw you. The sections in the book do correlate. The testable items are in the syllabus, but the actual information would be in the textbook. And you're gonna have to kind of hunt around for it, because as you see here, it doesn't say anything under general agent. It just says universal agent, general agent, special agent. It doesn't tell you what it is. It just tells you, you need to know this. You learn what it is from your class that you were in and the textbook, right? So you've kind of got to use those 3 pieces: textbook, relink book, and syllabus kind of in tandem to make sure that you prepare. The other thing to realize is there's a lot of things like universal agent, general agent, special agent, although those are more of level 2, level 3 concepts. A lot of things that are very much just flashcard level, like in the financing chapters, right? When we talk about like a balloon payment, interest only, blanket mortgage. These are things that you may get asked kind of off the cuff. In other words, which of the following would be a best example of a, package loan? You've got to kind of refer back to when you learn package loan and like the flashcard. So there's a lot of things that you have to do to prepare. It is not enough to just show up in the class. It is not enough to just show up today. You need to be doing flashcards, taking practice quizzes. Highly recommend the ones in the back of the book. And if you haven't done so, let me show you one more resource. If you go to our school website and you go to resources and exam prep, this is a free trial to Learn Test Pass. If you have not done Learn Test Pass yet, please sign up for it. There is a free version. There's also a paid version that has even more questions. It is hugely invaluable. The success rate of the students that do Learn Test Pass versus the ones who do nothing but attend class, astronomically different.
If you like this video, feel free to share it with a friend. For more real estate education content, please subscribe to the channel. From all of us at Seacoast Real Estate Academy, thank you for watching.